Little Eliza by Cody Zellers. It was the night to celebrate the warmth of life, past like summer, those fallen like leaves. It was the night to hold those we love a little tighter in remembrance of the ones pulled away by death. The groups of children, teenagers, and seniors cut across the neatly mowed grass, a free-form parade. They moved between iron gates and moonbeams, door to door in the crisp autumn air. Everyone felt the weight of that one sad place at the end of the line. They would have to stop there. They had a sense of community, after all, to share the suffering as well as the joy. That's what being a good neighbor means. Still, to hear Mrs. McCready ask that same distressing question and to have to give the same inevitable response had come to feel like a burden. "Don't you all look frightening," Mrs. McCready said as she examined the group at her door. The revelers passed and curtsied. "And you with the warty nose, are you a witch?" she asked, affecting a trembly tone. They all laughed, then, mimicking her dreadful voice, "Yes, a horrible, wicked witch," the girl answered. The little band wished her a happy Halloween and quickly turned to leave, hoping to avoid what had become a painful conclusion to the yearly ritual. Asked the old woman, "is little Eliza there? Is one of you my little Eliza?" They all felt their hearts sink. "No, ma'am, sorry, she isn't here," one of them sheepishly replied, then paused to be polite. Oh, I see. She'll be along later," said Miss McCready, crestfallen but still expectant, repeating an excuse she had heard told to her so many times before. The one who answered quickly rejoined her friends. "It's a shame," one said. "Sad, so sad," whispered another. "She can't accept it," said a third. They hurried on, impatient to recapture their good cheer. A small family was only a few paces behind. The elderly couple had barely shut the door before the knock came. "How wonderfully frightening you are," the old woman gasped. "What a lineup! Happy Halloween," said her husband. The group returned the salutation as a chorus. All smiled and laughed. They hastily turned to move on. "Is that little Eliza?" said the old woman. With surprise and wonder, they halted at the sad inquiry. "Is that my granddaughter there, you, the little blonde-haired one?" she asked pleadingly. The desperation fell from the words like a shadow on the moon. A grim eclipse of reality cast over the light-hearted festival. "No, ma'am, I'm Jenny Alcott," the little one replied innocently. She ran to her mother, frightened by the raw emotion in the grown-up's voice. Miss McCready didn't close her heavy door. She nodded, her disappointment felt by all. She hopefully looked to the next group weaving their way towards her. "She'll be along soon. I know she will," the old woman whispered. The little family glided away from the door into the night. "It's sad, honey," Jenny's mother softly explained, putting an arm around her daughter. "We were lucky. We died together in the fire, but poor Miss McCready doesn't realize that she is dead in this world now. She doesn't understand her granddaughter is still alive. Eliza probably won't join us for years and years, so always be nice to her, okay?" Jenny agreed and then gave a quick backward glance at Mrs. McCready's mausoleum. The kindly old woman was at her stone door, asking, always asking. The family drifted off into the cemetery. Soon they were lost again in the laughter of carefree spirits as it echoed off marble sculptures and rows of house-like crypts. They all felt happy for the simple gift of having each other. It was a night to fondly remember the living. It was a good night to be dead. It was a night to hold those we love a little tighter as we remembered the ones pulled away from us by death. Happy Halloween.